What if I had gone straight to the school? I would have missed that call entirely and worried the whole weekend. That Friday evening, Lyle lay stretched across the sofa, enjoying the quiet and peace of the night. She watched a romantic movie and nursed a large glass of her favorite red wine with some warm, buttery popcorn as she quietly celebrated her small success. She felt at peace as she listened to her children laughing in their room whilst playing with their Nintendo. For that moment, everything felt just right. She smiled as the characters in the movie embraced to what looked like a sweet, sexy kiss, reminding Lyle of the intimacy that was now missing in her life. She sunk further into the cozy, cuddly corner she'd discovered and pulled her warm bowl of popcorn even closer. "Hello, good night," was a sudden sound from a deep male voice knocking against the sliding door, startling Lyle and causing her to spill her popcorn everywhere. "What the fuck?" she sort of yelled and whispered at the same time. "Who could that be at this time?" she whispered to herself. "Good night. Hello," the deep voice repeated. "Yes? Who is it?" she asked, slightly disturbed, looking at the clock on the dining room wall, which now said 9:25 p.m. Who could it be at this time, she thought. "Hi, Lyle. It's me, Mr. Carlton," he said quietly. "Mr. Carlton? Are you okay?" she said as she rushed to the door and slid it open. "Is everything okay?" She asked all the questions at once, slightly perturbed. He walked in with his usual pleasant grin and calmly said, "Nothing's wrong, Lyle. I was coming from a meeting at Bay Lodge Motel and remembered that Mr. Cummins called me earlier to give me the good news. So I took the chance to stop by to see if you might still be awake so I can congratulate you in person, and I saw your lights on." Just then, he stretched out his arms to give her a hug. Feeling a little awkward at this suggestion, Lyle leaned over from a comfortable distance to exchange the short embrace, pulling back instantly. "Anyway, I won't stop for long. I know it's a little late, but do you mind if I use your bathroom quickly, please? And I'll be gone," he asked. "Oh, no problem," said Lyle, seeing nothing wrong in the elderly gentleman using the bathroom quickly so she could return to her movie and popcorn. "Follow me," she said, walking him to the main bathroom down the hallway. Noticing that the door was shut, she knocked, asking if it was occupied. "I'm in here, Mum," replied Lyra. "Oh, okay, sorry," Lyle answered and instead took the gentleman into her master bathroom. "Hope you don't mind using mine," she smiled and led him into the room. "Oh, thanks," he said, following her. As she walked away, giving Mr. Carlton his privacy, she heard him call her name. "Yes," she answered. "Oh, I'm sorry, but there's no toilet paper in here, Lyle," he said, sounding embarrassed. "Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get you some," answered Lyle, rushing in search of some in the linen closet. Moments later, as she swiftly returned with 2 rolls of toilet paper secured under her arm and a new guest hand towel neatly folded in her hands, she couldn't help but think about how awkward the situation was. She wondered if there couldn't be more to the visit, or possibly something might be wrong. Never had he just turned up unexpectedly or unannounced, and especially not at such a late hour. What's he doing in my home so late? Fuck that, what's he doing in my bathroom? This is all so weird, she thought, as she reached to open her bedroom door, re-entering her room. As she turned the doorknob to walk through the doorframe, she became comatose as she was greeted by a pair of blue Y-front underpants, black socks, and a grey-haired talc-powdered chest, all spread over her freshly laid red silky bed linen. Amidst the actuality of the moment, these were the main items that immediately caught her attention, and the very lengthy, dark, large image of a man was a shadow in comparison. Mr. Carton had somehow gotten it into his head that it was a good idea to make himself comfortable spread across Lyle's freshly laid bedsheets in nothing but his underpants and a pair of socks, awaiting Lyle's entrance. It was as if there was some unspoken agreement between the two that Lyle was oblivious to. The 2 rolls of toilet paper slipped from under her arm and bounced onto the floor as Lyle stood still, watching them simply roll under the bed. She froze, confused. "What are you doing?" she whispered loudly, but even more so feeling frightened and once again so damn vulnerable. She didn't know what this huge man was capable of, and her children were only doors away. She quickly shut the door behind her, fearing any one of them might rush through unexpectedly, to be mortified and confused as she was. "What the hell are you doing in my bed?" she asked, trying to regain some lost courage. "Well, I thought you'd want to show me how much you appreciate my help," he said, grinning in a very wiry and casual manner. He looked as cool and relaxed as if it were any regular chilled Friday evening. He gave off the energy of a villain from one of those animated movies who'd usually give off a horrific, eerie laugh. Lyle stood stiff. For some unexpected reason, fear took over her petrified and paralyzed body, and with that fear came the compelling trip down memory lane to the first of the 3 most traumatic and unforgettable scars of her childhood.